Hello again, good friends. Brian from Apex Detail. This is yet another segment of Mail Call. That's where I can answer your questions face to face, where nothing gets lost in translation, trading, emails back and forth. Let's get started. All right, starting this off, Sandra wants to know the difference between these three types of protection: acrylic, Sio2, and graphene. Well, graphene is going to be catching fire soon. I could tell the momentum is starting for that type of protection, and there's reason for it. Let's start with Sio2 because we are more familiar with its attributes and its characteristics. We've all used it by now: spray coatings, professional coatings, Sio2 or ceramic that's infused in just about everything these days. So I shouldn't have to explain in great detail as to what that is and how that protects. So let's move right along to acrylic, and it is a thermoplastic. And you can relate that to plexiglass. It's a form of plastic more than it is glass. It has that characteristic. So not quite as durable. It is a great way to protect your car if you're not comfortable with Sio2. And it's one of the best alternatives to glass. When it comes to graphene protection, and there are already some products, including graphene, that are starting to trickle out into the market. That's going to become a buzzword soon. What graphene is a thin layer or lattice, and if you look at it microscopically, it is shaped as a honeycomb. Inside a bee's nest, and also pretty much one of the most, how can I say, impenetrable forms of defense for your car, or whatever you want to use it to protect when it comes to chemical resistance. Very, very tenacious, very stubborn. Again, enhanced corrosion properties, a ton of hydrophobic properties as well, very hydrophobic. You're going to love that. I'm going to get my hands on some that are already out and test them and show you exactly what I'm talking about. When it comes to a packing order, it's going to be graphene, and then Sio2 slightly below that, and then acrylic slightly below that. All three are incredible forms of protection for your car. It's just pretty much whatever you're comfortable with. Okay, next, Christian Roche has a 2014 Honda. We know the clear coat, and that's going to be rather thin and a little bit on the soft side. He's from Canada, so you know, it's out in harsh weather, snow, ice, and whatever they use to treat the roads up there. And he uses a polisher, and what is he using here? 3D HD speed and a polishing pad to go over it every year and a half, because it's really hard to keep love marks from that type of surface in that harsh environment. So he wants to know, is there anything he can find that's a little bit less aggressive and preserve that clear coat? Well, first of all, find the best ways to protect it after you have it where you want it to be when it comes to the end of your correction. A great sealant up in that area, at the very least. I would put a ceramic coating on there, or at least something that is very tenacious and long lasting. But what you're using, HD speed, and a polishing pad, you're not going to get much less aggressive, and yet be able to remove the imperfections and love marks that you're after. So instead of every year, how about every year and a half, or every other year, if you can stand it and let it go that long. That'll preserve that clear coat. But when you're done, the best way is to lay down a nice layer of protection, like a couple layers of Jescar or Class high gloss sealant, or even an entry-level ceramic coating. Those are easy to handle, and you can order them anywhere. Okay, next question. Brian Greco wants to know if he can put a topper on paint protection film, or PPF, and he wants to use Angel Wax TI-22. So it depends what type of PF you're using. I'm not sure which. Is it a self-healing? If it's self-healing, I don't like to top that with anything. If anything goes wrong with that, you can add a little bit of heat, and that'll heal up, or some of them you don't even have to do that. So I won't top any of those. Just a regular 3M PPF, or Suntech or something like that. Yeah, you could use a topper, you could use a ceramic coating, you can use TI-22. Depends on what type of PPF you have. Okay, Eric has a question, and that ties in with the video I just did on protection from dealerships. And he purchased a new car, and he wants to protect it, and they offered him one of those dealership protection packages. And the best thing I can tell you is run as fast as you can from them, find a professional detailer, and get some concentrated real protection on there, whether it's PPF or a professional ceramic coating. What they're going to offer you is so watered down, it's not going to last, no matter how long or what type of warranty they have with it. Run as far away from that as you can. Find your local professional detailer and get some real protection on there. Okay, next question from Thomas Myers. He says, you always say preparation is key, which I follow all the steps. Good to hear. What if my protection, which wears off every 5 months, do I need to polish, or what do I use to remove that before I apply some more protection? Well, you could use an IP solution to see if that removes whatever is left of that protection, whatever you're using. I use Eastwood's pre-paint prep. You can dilute it by dumping it on a damp microfiber, just naturally dilutes it. I normally hardly ever have to use it full strength, but I'll use that on something that's fresh, like a fresh sealant or a dozen coatings of wax from a car that goes through a car wash where they have that hot wax treatment and just builds up and builds up. That's where this comes into play. But something that's broken down, like an old wax or an old sealant, just try an IP solution or a panel prep you can order from any company out there. I would try that first. If worse comes to worse, just a very light polish, a cleaner polish like Meg's 83 or some of the others I've showed you, but don't make a habit of polishing all the time. All right, next question. Chris Murphy, tonneau cover on the back of his pickup truck. He wants to know if Seal and Shine can protect that. It can. What I use, my absolute favorite thing for tonneau covers is Moonlight. Tax Systems Moonlight. Just go to taxsystemsusa.com, and another thing, the Technician's Choice at full strength, and then you can also use Seal and Shine as well. All three of those will do very well, but the Tax Systems Moonlight also seems to condition it and make it look real dark and rich, and as well as protecting it. Okay, next, Joe Sorelli's going to be working on his 2005 Ford F350 crew cab. He has scratches, and lots of scratches and swirls, and he wants to know what type of clear and what to use to correct it. Okay, that's when clear coats were a little bit thicker and a little bit tougher. So that's going to be moderate to a little bit stubborn. You're going to need something a little bit aggressive to go after that if you have a DA, and it doesn't show here if you have a DA or a rotary. If you have a DA, grab yourself your Fiber 50/50 pad and a Lake Country microfiber cut pad for the DA. Team that up with 3D ACA 500 or 3D AAT 501. That will be your cutting portion that will cut all that junk out of there, cut to the chase, and then finish it off with something mild. You could use the Buff and Shine perforated foam finishing pads. I love them. Team that up with 3D1. Or you could use Sonac's Perfect Finish or any other finishing polish that has fine abrasives. Hope that helps. Have a fun time, and if you have any problems, I'm always here to help. Okay, next, George Winston, who is a very good friend and a huge supporter of the channel. George, thank you very much for all the support. He wants to know the difference between the Polish Angel line and then the new Turtle Wax hybrid line that's coming out. And that's really apples and oranges. I can't really compare, not only with prices, but the concentration. Polish Angel really has high concentrations of Sio2 and even add titanium in the mix. And Turtle Wax is not going to be quite as high in concentration. I will go over all of the concentrations for each product as I get it and review it and get to play with them. But we're not talking about the same level here. So even the Polish Angel line I can't even use on a regular basis because it's so expensive. It just would cut into the overhead, and I really couldn't make a lot of money unless I'm charging top dollar to absolutely every customer that comes in here. So there is a time and a place for every product. There's a time and a place for Turtle Wax. There's a time and a place for Polish Angel, which in a lot of my videos on their reviews, I'm going to tell you that they are meant for the enthusiast, the high-end enthusiast. So I hope that kind of clears that up a little bit. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you soon. So that'll bring me around to the Turtle Wax Hybrid line again, and I get a lot of, I'm getting endless questions on them, but I do need more time, not just testing them, but putting them on my cars and some willing customers' cars and having them come back, and that's going to take a little time. I'm not going to jump the gun and tell you, oh, they're going to last 6 months, it's going to last 4 months, it's going to last 9 months, it's going to last a year and a half. In my area, which is quite harsh, extreme everything, extreme heat and then the extreme cold, it just jumps right into summer and winter in my area with just monsoons in between. So actually my area will be a great test for the Turtle Wax Hybrid line. So let me get some applications in and send some cars out and have them come back, and then I will go over them in great detail. So that way you're getting some correct information. Okay, next, Jake Southworth has a few questions. The first one is on single stage. He heard me mention that a lot of the UVA, UVB protection migrates to the top, 15 or 25 microns, as the clear coat cures and the solvents escape and evaporate. And he wants to know if that same thing happens with single stage. And I just wanted to let you know, you could put your mind at ease with single stage, because there's usually such a thick layer of single stage. And let me give you as a quick example right here. Single stage here, and I'll even measure on a portion that was already corrected. And you'll see 13 mils. And that's unprecedented. And you don't have to worry about protection or cutting too deep on that. Have at it. You do what you need to do to get the paint where it needs to be, and then protect it and practice safe aftercare, washes, and maintenance, and you don't have to worry about that again. We have a second question from Jacob, and it's a good one. Single stage paint being porous using an IPA solution. 70% would be too high? Yeah, absolutely. And I've mentioned, even in some of my videos when cleaning off clear coat, I don't go any higher than 12.5%. So keep it down to maybe 10% for single stage. It is very porous. And a third question from Jacob, do you have any black car specific products? When it comes to black cars, I treat them pretty much almost all exactly the same when it comes to products. However, I do like one from Extreme Solution. That's Black Diamond. I will try to remember to put the link down below. But that is fantastic for darker colors, helping to take care of scratches that are a little bit too deep to correct, and even chips that are unrepairable, that sometimes they get a little bit of polish or wax in them, and as detailers they come, it's really hard to get that out. So I'll clean out the chip. I'll use this Black Diamond wax here, and it hides some imperfections that we can't go over and hides a little bit of some of the smaller rock chips. So fantastic product. Okay, next, Trevor has a motorcycle, and the wind deflector has some very minor scratches in this world. It depends what the extremity of these imperfections and scratches are in the windscreen. If you have a DA, you could use the 3M plastic cleaner. This has very mild abrasives, and that's what I'll use on some of the clear windshields or deflectors, and also some of those plastic windows in the back of convertibles. It works just as well there, the same. So that's one product I can recommend. They do have other products you could step up to if you need to get a little bit harsher. The last question will come from Brian, and I appreciate your patience tonight. This one's been a little bit longer. I am behind on questions. I was away for a few days and then coming back having to catch up here at the shop. So if I didn't get to your questions, or maybe they got lost in the mix, please resend them. I will get to them. I like to get to all the questions, either answering them directly or through video form here. So he has two vehicles. He has a question on a Mazda 6, a 2015, and an 09 Honda. And he will be doing an enhancement and doing some correction. Those are a little bit thinner, the clear coat, than a lot of other cars out there. A little bit less material and a little bit on the softer side. So be selective, be a little bit careful. Preserve that clear coat. An enhancement, just use a cleaner polish. Angel Wax Perfect Polish. Polish Angel. That would be their Escalate lotion, and also then Meg's 83. That's just to name a few. There are a ton of them out there. And when it comes to the pad to team that up with, a step above the black wax application pad. So I love Buff and Shine. So my favorite one would be either the light blue or the white pads from them. They're very soft. They are perforated, which means air can flow through them freely and keep the temperature down as you are enhancing or correcting. So when it comes to correction, the most aggressive I would get with that type of a clear coat would be your Fiber 50/50 pad. I wouldn't use a microfiber cutting pad. I wouldn't use anything like any type of a wool pad. So yes, just keep it smart and keep the correction minimal. All right, guys, this is Brian from Apex Detail. That's going to do it for this mail call. I will always supply a link down below in the description box, and then I will pin the link also in the comment section so you can send your questions in, and I will get them to them as quick as possible. You guys are the best. I appreciate all of your support. See you next time. If you are enjoying the content from the channel, be sure to like, subscribe, share the content, hit that notification bell. That'll let you know when we have fresh content available for you.